Hey guys, welcome back to the channel again. In today's lecture, we will discuss about process of cognizance in criminal cases. That means what will be the procedure in case any complaint has been made before the magistrate, or what will be the procedure in taking cognizance if any information has been received by magistrate himself or by any other person, or what will be the procedure in case any person has reported FIR before the police officer, or you can say whether the procedure in all these three cases will remain the same. So this is the thing which we will discuss in our today's lecture. So let's start with our first slide. That is our section 190 of CRPC. Section 190 of CRPC clearly signifies that the cognizance can be done in three different procedures. So firstly, we have to very specify that whether we are going to take cognizance after filing the FIR or in case of complaint or information. So there are three different procedure in three different categories. So let's start with our basic provision of section 190. Section 190 clearly says that magistrate of class first or class second can take cognizance in case the magistrate received any complaint, or a police report has been submitted after lodging an FIR, or any information has been received from any other person or by himself. Then also the magistrate of class 1 or class 2 can take cognizance, but here any other person should not include the police officer. Plus there is one more provision there which says that in case of class second magistrate, the CGM must specially empowered class second magistrate, then only that magistrate can take cognizance. In case the CGM, that is Chief Judicial Magistrate, does not empower specially class second magistrate to take cognizance, then he cannot take cognizance in any of these three circumstances. So this is the procedure which need to be followed by the authorities in case they are taking the cognizance after submission of police report. Firstly, the FIR has to be lodged under section 154, and after then the investigation has to be done on the part of police officer under section 156 clause 3, and after summing up with the investigation, the police officer is under obligation to make a police report, and that report has to be submitted before the magistrate, and also that has to comply with the provision under section 173 clause 2. And if the police have been submitted a police report, then the magistrate will see whether there is any prima facie case or not. If the magistrate finds out that yes, there is a prima facie case, in that situation the magistrate will take the cognizance under section 190 clause 1, that is after police report submission, and issue of process will be issued by the magistrate. And after that a documentation of evidences which has been submitted by the prosecution side will be seen, and documentation will be seen under section 207 and 208. And after that the charges will be framed against the accused person and the proceedings or the trial will be started. This is the procedure which need to be followed in case any complaint has been received by the magistrate. So after making a complaint, theoretically it has been provided that after complaint receiving, the complaint cognizance will take place, then the complaint proceedings. But practically after receiving a complaint, the magistrate will see whether there is any prima facie case or not. In case there is a prima facie case, then only the complaint cognizance will take place after approval of an complaint. But in case the court doesn't find out any prima facie case, in that situation the complaint will be dismissed by the magistrate. And after approval in case, then only the court or the magistrate will issue a process, and after then same the documentation of evidences which has been submitted by the prosecution under section 207 208 will take place. Then the framing of charges will be there under section 211, and the trial will take place. Lastly, we have the procedure in case any information has been received by a magistrate. So, in case any information has been received, then the magistrate will send that information to the police officer to do the investigation, and after investigation, the police has to submit a police report. And accordingly, the magistrate will see whether there is a prima facie case or not. In case there is a prima facie case, then only he will take cognizance, then issue a process, then again the documentation of evidences under section 207 and 8, then charges will be framed, and then trial. But in case there is no prima facie case has been seen by a magistrate, in that situation there will be no cognizance will be take place in that matter. So, as we all know, by virtue of section 190, that magistrate of class first or class 2 may take cognizance. But the question arises, then what if in case that particular matter is exclusively trial by courts of session only? In that situation, magistrate class first and class 2 is under obligation to commit that particular case to courts of session before framing of charges. That means in a case and a matter has to be trial by courts of session only, in that situation the committal of case is mandatory, but that committal of case should be before the framing of charges. This is the procedure need to be followed in case any matter has to be trial exclusively by courts of session. In that situation, after the documentation of evidences and before framing of charges under section 211, the committal of case should be there. Similarly, in case of complaint, the committal of case must be there before framing of charges. So, by virtue of section 323, judicial magistrate may commit the case if in case the judicial magistrate has been taken up the cognizance, and that case has been exclusively trial by only courts of session. But there are three exceptions in which the committal of case cannot be possible. Like we have the provision of section 199 clause 2. It clearly says that in case there is any criminal proceeding against a president, vice president, governor, in that situation no committal of case can be done. Similarly, in case the matter is related to proceed against the person, that person is not a accused person, in that situation too, that means under section 319 committal of case cannot be possible. Similarly, in case the matter is related to the high court, that is under section 474, if the matter is, in that situation too the committal of case cannot be possible. Rest, the judicial magistrate may commit the case even after taking up the cognizance, but not in these three circumstances or in these three provisions. Up next, we have two case laws regarding the acceptance or dismissal of the complaint. Firstly, we have a case of Harish Chandra Prasad Manni versus State of Jharkhand. It is a case of 2007 and year, and in this case another case was cited, and that case was of R.K. Kapoor versus State of Punjab 1960. What happened in Harish Chandra Prasad case was a father filed a complaint before CJM, and he alleged that his son's wife, along with her boyfriend, poisoned his son, and which leads to the death of his son. And also, his son vomited 2 or 3 times in the hospital, but the hospital authority did not collect any sample of the vomit, and after that they cremated his body. So the magistrate here didn't find any prima facie case, because the fact he was saying that no authority has been collected his sample of vomit, so that doesn't only leads the prima facie case. So here court didn't find any prima facie case, therefore the court dismissed the complaint. Contrary to the previous case, we have another case of Nupur Talwar versus CBI 2012. This case was famous by the name of Arushi murder case. In this case, CBI did investigation against the accused person. Even the narco test was done, but the closure report of CBI says that there is no evidence in order to pursue the case. But the Nupur Talwar and Rajesh Talwar filed a protest petition before the court in order to continuing the investigation, and the magistrate, after hearing the protest petition, took cognizance against both Nupur Talwar and Rajesh Talwar via special leave petition, because here magistrate finds out some a list of prima facie cases. So these are some prima facie evidences which lead to approval of the complaint, as four people were seen together, and out of four people, two are alive and two were murdered. Secondly, the conduct of accused persons, as their daughter has been found dead, but still they are painting on a wall, sweeping around, throwing the mattress on the terrace on which the dead body of their daughter has been found. And also you can see the stair gate always remain open, but on that day that door was locked, and that person is denied in order to give the keys. And also you can say the death of her daughter was because of the cutting of throat, and that cutting of throat was so professionally done. So all these evidences lead to approval of complaint. So the complaint can be approved only if the magistrates find out some prima facie evidences in order to lead the complaint. Now the question arises, what if the judicial magistrate second class has taken up the cognizance, but he is not specially empowered by CGM? In case he has taken up the cognizance after police report or complaint, in that situation the proceeding would not be vitiated as per to the section 460 clause E if judicial magistrate second class does all things in a good faith. But in case the judicial magistrate second class has taken up the cognizance after receiving information, in that situation the proceeding would be vitiated per se from the very starting as per to the section 461 clause K. Another important provision, we have section 191, and it clearly says whenever a magistrate took cognizance via information, that means under section 190 clause C, in that situation the accused is having an option either to trial by a magistrate who has taken up the cognizance or to be tried by another magistrate. And if the accused object to taken up the proceeding by the magistrate who has taken up the cognizance, in that situation the CGM has to transfer the case before another magistrate, and that transfer of case should be done before the evidence is taken in that matter. And in case no option is given to the accused person under section 191, in that situation it is deemed to be as that justice has been failed per se, and that is because of the irregularity, and that irregularity is considered to be as incurable. So the option has to be given to the accused person under 191 in order to take up the complete procedure of cognizance under criminal cases. So these are the provision of taking cognizance in case of criminal. cases under CRPC. In case you have any query, you can comment below. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day.